Hello Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising. This is going to be your lunar shift reading for mid-May 2020. Full moon in Scorpio, our flower moon, and last supermoon of 2020. So if you follow Western astrology, it's the full moon in Scorpio affecting your fourth house of home security, your roots, your inner security overall here. And I'm using the Enchanted Map Oracle deck. We're looking at what you're being asked to release, what is shifting, and what is a future development, or what is you're being asked to embrace as far as what's coming in. Okay, kind of look at it as past, present, future, but on a deeper level as we are referring to moon energy, the subconscious, things that are hidden. So Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And if you follow sidereal, the full moon is in Libra. But if you're Leo, in whatever house your Sun, Moon, or Rising Leo, it's a high chance that in sidereal your planet is actually, or that house is actually in Cancer, which would still mean that your fourth house is being highlighted. These shifts and things are happening in this house for you, so that's what we'll focus this reading on as well. The lunar nodes have recently shifted from Cancer and Capricorn into Gemini and Sagittarius. I would recommend for those of you who are interested to look into that and find where your nodes lie and how it maybe correlates to those nodes or your rising sign. So let's get into this, Leo, see what we have for messages. And I'm doing this during the full moon. At the end, I am going to pull a oracle card from the Wild Offering Oracle deck as far as the message of meditation for you and what comes out in this reading. Welcome back to subscribers and anyone new to my channel. I appreciate your support, those of you who are subscribed. So looking into what you are being asked to release and what you're moving away from, this is Ghostlands and the Seer. I feel this is real strong energy of what you know, having a deep understanding. The Seer is the High Priestess in this Wildwood Tarot deck. And you notice that her eyes are closed. And in this Ghostlands, it's like there's something frozen in time. There's some deep awareness and understanding of your upbringing, your home, family roots. And in some ways, I feel, and it's creating some balance from what you know was maybe true back then, or in your, even in your ancestral line, and what your own understanding or knowing is based on the new age or the times as they've shifted here with this Seer energy. Secrets and things that were hidden, information, deep knowledge, and a sense of knowing, and even having a bit of a premonition about needing to consider a new path, a different path from the way things were, a need to change something that ran in your generation, a pattern that you might feel you have a higher wisdom and understanding of, being very in tune and present energy. But as you're leaving that, you're leaving it with, I feel, greater insight, wisdom. There's an inner knowing here, the Seer, what you've seen, what you know. Looking into history, you could have come to some inner knowing about it. It could be even something that was confirmed for you, but realizing that it's in the past, and the only thing you can do is live in the present. You can't live too far in the future yet. Many of you have this, I feel, have gotten some insight about where you want to take a situation with your home and family. Some of you may feel like your time is up at some place. You've maybe decided that you're ready to go elsewhere, but you've been in a mode of going within. And I'm also feeling like I'm getting an energy of someone kind of maternal in your life or in your past or in your lineage that you've discovered some information about, where someone was maybe not sharing or opening up. There may have been some reveal. There's also something here that was done in secret, something here that you realized maybe it was time, or something in time for now has to be withheld. How you share and open up with your family may have gone through a shift or a change. Some of you may feel like it's wiser to keep some of your things to yourself, even as it comes to feelings. It's an interesting kind of, but let's look into what you're shifting for you. Wide open with the Knight of Bows, the Fox, Knight of Wands energy. I feel what's shifting for you is your sense of freedom. Where you were restricted in some way in the past, or were missing some important information about yourself, about your past, your roots, even a person. I feel now there's this clarity, that saying of knowing where you've been, so now you know where you're going, that's coming through here. So that as well could be as far as your options on where to take your moves. Like some of you might, I feel like you feel as if you need a change in direction. Like you just know that the time is right for something here to go and shift into a place where there's less restriction. I feel I'm getting kind of freedom from old structures, what's expected of you from your home or your parents, what you're, well, you know, they may have known what was best in their time, but there's this higher level and openness to what's possible for you to go forward. What stirs your passions may not be the same as your family. You may be really seeing the difference, but for you, I feel it's an energy of freedom. Freedom of movement, not needing so much a space or even a person to be that security for you. This is you setting off in your own journey with some keen insight about where you're going. And the fox usually travels alone in that sense, where they're often you know, they roam where they want to or need to, and so this, I feel, is just an energy of freedom, where you're getting in touch with what direction you should be going in. In regards to your security, I'm also getting a sense of a level of confidence raising within you about what is possible, breaking through limitations of what one has said. Like if you've always kind of gotten a negative reaction out of someone where you've presented a new path or idea that you were going towards, maybe you're realizing that you need to follow your own passions, go towards a new space even. So you're putting, there's a shift of you putting even your thoughts and ideas into action here with this Knight of Bows. I do kind of see it as movement, and there being endless possibilities where at one point in time there was some type of restriction, even if it was for your protection, or someone thought it was for your protection at the time. It's like something where you're ready to kind of break out on your own, or do your own thing, or kind of break some type of family or generational tradition and go your own way, find your own path, go towards your own passions, and carve your own way of home and family and what that means to you. But I also feel like there's a shift of your inner security and confidence on trusting your own intuition. So what we have coming in is the spark with the guardian, which is double energy. So now with this, the spark is a reigniting of passion and creation, something coming in here. With the guardian, the double energy, there is a chance to become obsessed with something that brings you good feeling or makes you feel good. There may be a need to temper what you're relying on for your sense of security, but this could also be in some way you turning a passion into your power. Some of you, I feel, even if you're breaking away from an old tradition or way of being with your family or from your family or a family influence, there's still this risk of going to an extreme. Even with going on the opposite end, whether it's light or dark, that's kind of dependent, but I feel dependent on your perception. But I feel that I do feel in some ways this is still something to overcome with your fear. Now, some of you may be in this mode or stage where you feel like you're ready to start your own family, go towards, but maybe choosing a partner that's very different because that's what you're drawn to. You may have to be brave about going towards someone that maybe is very different from your family. But I'm also seeing this as a very kind of passionate encounter with someone that in some ways wants to pull you back or control. There's a sense of control here. Some of you, and even with power, obsession with power, or that being a source of your feeling of security. Some of you will have to be mindful about falling into, I feel in some way, as a temptation to go to an extreme with something here. Something here that would make you feel safe. Now, some of you, there could be this predisposition to falling into a habit or an addiction that you may have to be mindful of. Even if it is your own, if it's written as a part of your path to discover your own way and make those mistakes and find your way out of it. And in some ways I feel there's wisdom with the past, with someone in your family, where it's almost been trying to give you a bit of a warning. So be careful what you're going to be open to, and especially being determined to change what you've come from or what has been expected of you, be sure you're not going to the extreme for the sake of being rebellious. If it's not healthy for you, that's just a message that's coming in. Because you can go from one area of being restricted, you can be freeing yourself from that restriction, but be careful you don't fall into another trap where there are some chains being pulled in. Some of you, I feel this is a partner coming in regards to partnering up, like life partner, where you would be in the process of maybe starting a family with, or you already maybe have a family with this person. Kind of getting a message to tell some of you that if you are expecting, if it's a matter of time before there's a child born, this partner that you share this child with is going to become pretty obsessive about you. A bit, you're going to see more of their controlling side. Or some of you may be in that mode of being a lot more possessive over this person. This is like an ownership energy, but in a way that this spark is it can be creative, it can be beautiful, it can be the spark of attraction, rebirth, a passionate relationship, but there being that fine line where it can become obsessive, codependent, or possessive or controlling. So there are signs and things for you to need, that some of you need to watch out for as far as what's coming in, to be aware of this tendency of a shift going on. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of getting with this energy as far as what to embrace, as far as what's coming in. You have your free will here with this wide open to follow your passions and go towards your desires. But there's also this energy where the grass isn't always greener on the other side. So there may be still something here where you have to overcome a challenge, overcome a fear, and maintain some balance in some way, or there's like a situation that it's going to be a commitment that there could be something kind of good that comes out of this with the spark energy. I'm just seeing with this, but it's love, but there's something toxic that needs to be worked through with it. That's what I'm seeing here. So that's what I'm getting for you guys, Leos. All right, let's look into your message for meditation. Aging. I am one with unlimited love beyond all seeming restrictions of age. I am filled with love, with joy, energy, and beauty, a vessel for the divine Shakti. Okay, so I feel for some of you, yeah, anywhere where you felt like your restriction, and even if it's someone thinks you're too young for something, or you should wait a bit, the time isn't right. The wide open energy was the shift of what's going on. Could be the appearance of, sometimes it's a shock and a surprise to see the fox, where they come and they go. It's an energy of excitement going into this next stage of whatever you're going into. Now, some of you may enjoy being in a relationship where you feel like there's this commitment energy. The guardian, even the wording here, even if it correlates to the devil energy. There's still some things to overcome. I feel for some of you, bringing in old patterns or breaking old patterns. Being sure that in some way history isn't going to repeat itself with you. Could be in some way what this is, as far as the message and what you need to embrace. What you rely on for your security. You're filled with joy and energy and beauty. I feel for some of you, whoever's coming into your life, you know, that there may be this sense of you being addicted to each other. And it very well may be somewhat of a long-term commitment that some of you are coming into, where you're beginning to start your own family. It's time for you to trust and follow what your heart has been telling you, maybe about someone that you've been connecting with, that you want to merge and become a family with, even if they're different or it goes against what your family expects of you as a part of aging. Unlimited love beyond all seeming restrictions of age. For some of you, this could be a bit, I feel for some of you, there could be an age gap with you and either someone from the past, where you have like a soul connection with an ancestor, or there's an age gap with a person that's coming in your life. So it's an interesting reading for you, Leos. This is, again, Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. If this doesn't resonate, check your other signs. There still could be a message in here. Again, they're predictive too, so timing will be different for everyone, but I feel in some ways, timing, age, past experiences, or those of your ancestors or older relatives, their wisdom will in some ways still influence and shape what you choose, even if it's going against the grain. Just be sure that I feel like there's something here with an extreme that is worth watching out for, being aware of and conscious of. Alright, so that is your reading. If you would like a personal reading, I offer the phone readings. There is a link below where you can schedule and instructions on how you can get that from me. Also, if you would like a video recorded reading, you can still email me at deuceofdiamondreader@gmail.com. I hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching. Take care.